Hi, Miss Minx.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Do you want to play some Loss of Biodiversity?
That sounds great. Let's do it. All right. So I noticed you have this little sheet that we got to keep track of.
Yes.
And it tells us all of the different organisms we have, and each color represents a different organism. We're not going to go over those right now. But for example, this pink cube represents a cottontail rabbit.
Cottontail rabbit?
It is. Okay.
Wait, what are the red cubes?
It says here that they are the invasive species.
Oh, so they're not in the ecosystem yet.
No, they're not in the ecosystem yet. So I think, though, we need to keep them separated from the rest of the guys in this little plastic thing.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to pull a card. For year one, kudzu invades from a nearby railroad embankment. Kudzu grows very rapidly and smothers native grasses and trees.
Kudzu. That sounds like an invasive species.
It does. Let's see. For each successive year, +1 invasive, -1 sedge, and -1 oak. What do you think they mean by successive?
Successive. Isn't that like when it happens after something else? Like next year, and then next year, and then next year?
Oh, okay. So we have to take away a sedge every year, an oak every year, and then add an invasive kudzu every year. Okay.
So the kudzu is going to be the red one.
Right.
Okay.
So, oh, +1. So we get to put that into our ecosystem.
Right.
Okay.
So we're going to add a kudzu to the ecosystem.
Okay.
And on our paper, I guess, I have a pencil. I guess we have to write kudzu on the first line under invasive. K-U-D-S.
ZU.
ZU. Kudzu. And we have one kudzu after the first year. Wait, I put it in there. There it is.
Yes, there it is. It's a bad guy.
And we had, how many of everything did we start with?
It was 25.
Okay, so 25 toads, 25 grasshoppers, and so on.
Right. Now it says here we need to take away a sedge and an oak.
A sedge, okay.
What
So
color
that
is sedge?
sedge is light green.
Okay. I'm going to put it in this plastic tub.
Okay, so now we only have 24. I'm going to write 24 on year one,
Okay.
sedges.
Oak.
And what color is an oak? An oak is orange.
Orange.
And that means we have 24 oak. And I guess we still have 25 of everything else because we didn't take any away and we didn't add any. But we do have the one kudzu. Uh-oh, and it's going to keep growing, isn't it?
It is.
That's the nature of kudzu.
Just doesn't stop.
Year two.
Okay, now wait. For year one, don't we need to write down
Oh,
something like a category
yes.
of biodiversity loss?
So like kudzu invade, so we'd have to say what was that? And our choices were habitat destruction, pollution, disease, over-harvesting, invasive species, and climate change.
Okay, invasive
species.
There we go.
Yeah, kudzu. Okay, I'm going to write invasive species right above number one.
Year one. And we're going to keep this card out front since it's one of our successive.
It's successive.
So we need to do that every year.
Every
Okay.
year, ooh, we're going to lose another sedge next
I
year.
know,
Okay.
It's really sad. Okay, year two. Trees in the forest are cut down and grass is cleared to make room for new homes.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it doesn't say every year. It's just happened one time. So they just cut down
They're like
some
a-
trees in the forest.
Okay. And the
One time
sedges.
deal. So
But
take
that's
away
a lot. How many did we lose?
4 oaks.
4 oaks. Oh dear. Okay. And oaks are orange, and we had 24.
Right.
But don't we also lose one more oak for
We
successive?
sure do. Oh,
Lose 5 oaks. Now we went from 24 to 19 oaks. Oh
That's
my
too
goodness,
bad.
that's not
Okay.
much oak.
and then we're losing 3 sedges for this cut,
3 sedges.
and they're light green.
They're light green. Oh, and we lose one more sedge for the successive year.
Right.
That's 4 sedges gone. That means we have 20 sedges.
Okay. And then we have to add an invasive.
Another one?
kudzu.
Oh dear.
It just keeps spreading.
The kudzu. So we're going to add one more kudzu. And now we have 2 kudzus. Everything else, I think, stays the same?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're getting kind of hard on the oak here. Hard oak.
So,
Oak is a
year-
hardwood.
It is a hardwood. Year 2 is,
So this one was
I think habitat loss. I would say definitely
Oh,
habitat
that's
loss.
right. I keep forgetting to write that down.
Yeah.
Trees in the forest are cut down. And
Habitat
grass is
loss.
cleared.
I would
Habitat
say
loss.
so.
I'm going to write that. Over number 2, habitat loss.
Okay, well, you guys, I think you're all set. We're gonna keep playing, and it's gonna be a pretty awesome game. But I
I'm
think-
worried about my oak trees.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much hope. But my kudzu, because now these are my kudzu.
Those are your kudzu.
They're my
okay.
kudzu, and I think they're going to do really well.
I think they will.
So, all right, well, enjoy your game. Be good to your sub, or else.